Are you ready for the Low Blows Network? It's the show where you control what's on the agenda. Ask us anything and we're blood-bound to answer. Starring Rick Nash, Corporate King, and the Queen of Irish Wrestling, Katie Harvey. It's Ask Low Blows.
I guess we should start by saying, right, we tell a lot of jokes in Game of Low Blows, but let the record show, Katie Harvey, not a racist. She just hates slaves, alright? Not a racist, though. Not a racist, just one particular subset. Katie's still getting bullied. We're taping after Game of Low Blows. Okay, yeah, but not a racist, just slaves.
Not a racist, no.
Just
you
slaves.
know what, like, I don't even hate slaves. This is a misconception.
That makes it sound like you do. Already, like, it sounds... I don't hate slaves, like, you didn't say that fully convinced.
I hate people equally, okay? It doesn't matter if they're slaves, it doesn't matter what race they are. Like, just don't be a... I was going to say a really bad word there, I won't. No.
Say it, do it.
Cunt. And I want to...
I like where we're pushing Katie to...
No. What?
Do you want a mic? Do you want a mic?
I know what he's going to say.
Be still hanging out. You can jump on at any stage. Yeah, it's on.
I'm just waiting for my phone to charge.
Guys, I love when like your different interests get good. Just as like one thing you're interested in is coming to an end. So we have Game of Thrones ending this Sunday. Literally just as wrestling is starting to get good again. Money in the Bank taking place. So they didn't think that through, the fucking idiots. Putting on like the pay-per-view at the same time as the Game of Thrones finale. Like people are going to leave in the middle of that pay-per-view to get home to watch Game of Thrones. Who gives a shit about like what's going on in WWE? But anyway, in spite of that, next weekend we have Low Blows are back. We have Double or Nothing the following Saturday in Buskers on the Ball. So get down for that. What's the first ever AEW event? Could be a shit show. Could be the future of wrestling. Who knows? We're all going to get locked and watch it together. Stay tuned to our Facebook for that. And then the week after that, Fight Factory are back with episode 8 in the Big Sean, 31st of May. Tickets available on eventbrite.ie now, and you can get tickets as well for the two shows. So we announced big card as well. We have, of course, the Angel Cruisers against More Than Hype, Irish Tag Team titles on the line, the Cruiser 8s, quarterfinals taking place as well, and we announced this week Debbie Keitel looking for competition, so be careful what you wish for. We brought in, because what we're doing now as well, and I love this, like, the way Fight Factory's going, because last year, like, we had, right, we're just going to put on fucking awesome shows with homegrown talent. This year, it's like, let's take that homegrown talent and let's put them against international people. We're bringing in NXT UK's Isla Dawn to take on Debbie Keitel. She's going to step up to the challenge. Then we've got Jonathan Gresham the following month. Like, it's a pretty sweet time to be a part of Fight Factory. You must be delighted with how everything's going, like, and seeing the preparations for this, Katie.
Oh, yeah, no, I am. We're just trying to make each show a little bit bigger and better than the last one. Because we built up such a good base last year, and we just want to keep building it. Like, the big surprise, the last one was the Angel Cruisers debuting with no notice, surprise guests. How do you feel about that, B? Winning your title on the first appearance?
It's grand. Yeah, it's cool.
Fucking didn't know we had Keen on the show tonight.
You know what?
Didn't know we had Keen on the show tonight.
Like, how did it feel to win the belts?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be used to that.
Do you win a lot of belts?
Yeah, like, you don't get into it though to win belts, yeah. It's just another show.
Says someone who doesn't win a lot of belts.
What have you won lately? Fucking 2 broken arms doing a stupid fucking move.
It was a really good dive. It's the best.
It's the best one you've done. It's the best one you've done.
Just
I'll give
the
you
worst
that.
landing.
Worst landing.
I just caught people off guard. People were like, that's a really good dive. I want to watch that.
That is the most accurate description of what happened.
Guys, it's a show where you control what's on the agenda. Ask us literally anything, and we are blood-bound to answer. You guys have got involved. Daz1889 got on to us and asked, what are you looking for AEW to do that will convince you they know what they're doing? Is there anything they can do in one show to show that? Or is there anything you're looking for in watching AEW?
They just need to book it simply to start with. They just need to put on a couple of good matches with good people, not overbook storylines, and they need to kind of let us know who's the heels, who's the faces, who's their top guys. just simple, like simple 101 wrestling booking. They need to forget that people know them from outside and other promotions, because not everyone watches Ring of Honor, not everyone watches New Japan. If they want to be something brand new, they need to start from scratch and just book simply from the ground up.
Yeah, this is it as well. Like one thing I'm looking for is like, and I think with any new promotion, what you have to think is, what hole is this filling in someone else's life? You know what I mean? We have WWE for like kind of the family presentation of wrestling. We have New Japan, which is kind of the nerdy presentation, which is really specific and 5-star matches and all that. Why would I watch AEW? I haven't had that question answered. I like the kind of meta humor they did, like even the stuff they did at All In, where it's like Joey Ryan doing the piss take of the Undertaker entrance, except with dicks. Like, I like that, where it's like adult meta humor, where it's like we can have a laugh at wrestling not being real. I'm into that. So that kind of stuff I'd like to see. If they just come out and like show us in one show why they're different to everyone else. It shouldn't be just, we're like TNA and Ring of Honor, except we have Kenny Omega and Pac. I want to like see something slightly different.
And now there's already WCW comparisons because they signed with TNA or TNT.
Yeah.
And like they're doing like the same fonts with the graphics. You know, like I know they're just like it's kind of a joke again, like meta. But I'm like, don't hinge yourself on that too much.
Yeah, this is it. Killer Steve W got on and asked, "Are television ratings as important for wrestling as they are made out to be for fans, especially in a world where consumers prefer paying streaming services rather than a capable provider? And other non-wrestling shows are also hemorrhaging viewers. Are television ratings important, or are they just kind of something to talk about?"
Obviously, they're important for WWE because TV is their bread and butter. That's how they make their money, through advertising. That's how they like build the big tours that go across the world. But outside of WWE, I don't think they really matter anymore. With streaming services, with live shows, all that, like it's more, that's what it's about. Like, I don't think it's about TV ratings anymore at all.
Yeah, totally agree. I think it's just stuff to fill out like stories and get fans talking, and like fans will use ratings to justify. We see this all the time. If fucking Roman Reigns or John Cena is in the main event, and people are giving out, they're like, "Oh, the ratings went down." But if it's like Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles or something, and the ratings go down, it's like, "Oh well, the NBA was on that." You know what I mean? So I think people just use it to validate what they already want to think. I don't think they're that important, because I think WWE makes money based off being a live TV show that can't be streamed on Netflix and can't be watched on demand. So as long as they're pulling in semi-decent ratings, it's fine. But like, I think it's just stuff for Dave Meltzer to talk about in podcasts and stuff. I don't think it's the be-all, end-all. _Davis 1. B, we might get you involved if you want with this one. It's a bit of a dodgy one. With MaGee Bret being unearthed. That's an old Bret Hart match if you haven't seen it recently. Do you have any stories of carrying or being carried in matches? It's a tricky one. You don't have to answer, but you can if you want.
Look at him. He just looked at me and thought, when have I ever wrestled Katie? So I can bring it up.
You carry...
You don't have to tell... You don't have to name names either. We're not looking for any shoot, like, kind of...
When you wrestle a while, like when you're wrestling a long time and you're being put in with like, younger guys, you'll carry them. You know what I mean? I've been carried when I've been starting off. Katie's been carried her whole career.
Except for that one time where I broke my arms.
The one time she's not carried, you see what happens.
I don't think there's ever been a time where I've carried someone because they were so shite. There has. But I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
I've seen you have those matches.
Where I've carried someone?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, have
Who?
you? I'm not saying it on air. No.
Well, dog.
Without naming names, I can there was a girl I wrestled, not in Ireland, in the UK. Fuck it, I don't care. And she'd been wrestling for 11 years at this point. No, I was about 2 years in, and it was my second UK trip, and I thought she'd be carrying me with 11 years experience. It was sort of me carrying her to the point where she forgot everything, so I was calling the match in the ring, and I called a schoolboy, and she just grabbed me in a headlock and panicked and goes, "I don't know what that is." And I was like, oh fuck. And then she tried to suplex me and spiked me on my head, and at that point I just rolled out, and I was so new and I didn't know what was happening, and I was just like, I don't know how I can finish this match, and I got thrown back in, and it was just awful. But like they talk about carrying, like it doesn't necessarily how long people are involved. It's like if people can call a match.
God, yeah.
And like there's just so many instances of like carried and that
that's
was
the thing as well. Like you can, if someone gets hurt in the match,
yeah,
you can carry it. See how how you have to carry the match. First of all, you have to see if they're able to continue.
Yeah.
After, like, it's not, if someone gets injured, like especially on like an indie show, the match should be just called off. I think it's not worth carrying on, unless it's a tag team match and it can be carried. But usually if someone gets injured, like, it falls on whoever's in the match to carry that. So that I can't think of any examples.
Those girls did a whopper job of carrying that on, in fairness, because I was very heavily involved in the rest of that match. But like, it's scary if someone gets hurt in the ring as well, like, because you're shell shocked, and then you have to switch on your worker brain and keep going. But
never happened to me.
The situation I was talking about there, like, that was a weird situation for me, because in my head I was like going in and being like, she'll look after me, she's really experienced. And then we started wrestling, and it flipped, and I had to be the one to call the match, and it freaked me out so much. Like I don't know. Carrying people is a real fucking skill. Like,
especially if it's an injury situation, because then you're responsible for the health as well. Like, not only like just like for there not being shit. I remember anytime, like, I'll go from it from the other angle, because you guys have taken stories where you've carried it. Like, anytime I was in the ring when I trained with like experienced people, so with the likes of Sheamus or Manson or Drew or Red Vinny as well. Like, it's just that feeling of there's a whole other level to this, and you're just like, holy shit, they're literally just pulling me through, and I'm doing shit that I didn't know I could do, because like when you take that level jump when you're working with someone so good, you feel like you're being carried, because you're like, I can't do that. If they weren't here, I wouldn't be able to do that. That wouldn't happen. I remember my first UK booking. I was told who I was working at. I never heard of him. Like, he was just some guy over in an old Welsh promotion, and the lads had worked him before, and they were just like, I was like, what? And they're like, all right, you're going to need to do some privates, and we're going to have to go over how to work the leg. He was just a big guy who couldn't move, so it's just like, work his leg, don't let him move, he does a fall away, that's your match. And I'm like, all right, yeah. It was really bad. It was actually like, I was never a tech guy, but like I was Dean Malenko for that match, because I just learned 20 minutes of fucking leg locks. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. But yeah, the Adam Master got on and asked if you could see any Game of Thrones character main event WrestleMania, who would you pick and who would they face?
I'm going to say Braun, because I think he has the charisma to main event WrestleMania. Like, he's got the swagger. I think you do a big WrestleMania entrance. Like,
what would Braun's WrestleMania entrance be?
It would have a crossbow. Probably.
He comes out on a crossbow. Like,
no. Sorry to hijack your answer, but you're going to give the wrong answer right now. It's going to be a big dragon flying towards the fucking entrance, and then out of nowhere, a big arrow shoots through his neck, and it falls down, and the camera zooms up to Braun, and he gives a wink, and he just walks out.
That's cool.
Yeah, his music hits as he winks, and it's like, oh shit, yeah. I really fucking like that. Yeah, I like to see Arya. Like, Arya in kind of a Daniel Bryan situation, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like fucking, you know, she's the plucky underdog, but she's badass, and we all know she can do this. Like, and as well, like, if you're talking WrestleMania entrance, you could just do an Undertaker style entrance where it goes dark, and then she just appears in the ring. She's no one. So, like, I think the no one character could be brilliant in fucking wrestling. Like, it's just how do you do it and how do you pull it off? Like,
the Mountain. Be a good lad.
Ultimate heel, like, Arya against the Mountain. That'd be a fucking WrestleMania main event. Yeah, I'd be into that. You could do it with any character. Like, they're all fucking great. Who do you want? Or you could even like Tyrion be in like a novelty match, like when the commentators get in. When it was like Michael Cole against Jerry Lawler. Like, you could see Tyrion kind of mixing it up there. Who do you want to see as the surprise entrant in AEW's pre-show battle royal? Not gonna lie, should probably know who the actual entrants are, but I don't.
Yeah, I did.
Be Cool would be my pick. I'll be into that.
No, lad.
Are you available?
I'm available, yeah, but
I'll be into. Yeah, Be Cool's my pick.
Bad pick. I've no idea. I haven't.
No, I don't.
I am not really keeping up with AEW. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the first press conference, so I know who their main roster is. I know some of the matches.
The roster, isn't he?
Yeah, they're doing him and Cody as a big match.
Yeah, that'd be very good.
I know some of the big matches, but I don't know who's in that. Same. And I don't know who could be in it.
Who's like,
Is that Is it Suzuki? Is there's someone that... Who's the lad?
The mad shaved head.
Suzuki is the match out.
Yeah, Suzuki. Yeah. He's not under contract with anyone, is he?
Yeah, New Japan, I think.
Oh, is he?
So, yeah, he wouldn't
I
be
thought
able
he
to.
was out of
He'd be
contract.
class. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, and maybe he
If-
is. That'd be class.
If he's out of contract, then... I don't know, though.
Go for an old novelty act. Someone like Val Venus.
So, someone that... Oh, yeah.
Gangrel.
Yeah, someone like that. Like someone who has like an instantly recognizable fun gimmick. Like Scotty Too Hottie.
So, I genuinely love to see some, like,
Why
Irish or UK people, like, in there. Like, someone who's realistic, like, probably won't be.
But like, are they billing this as a surprise entrant?
Yeah.
Because then you need someone
needs-
who
yeah.
who knows. Like
That's a very good point. Yeah, you need it to be someone. Yeah, you need it. It is going to be a surprise. Val Venus will be. Has he been on a show recently?
he was on one
he was
with
in-
Session Matt Martina over
Yes.
WrestleMania weekend. That's probably why he's in my head because I watch it and I was like, oh, Val Venus is still around.
There's a good possibility then that
Yeah.
he is that guy. Like,
You know what? It's probably going to be Martina.
that's what I was going to say. Like, if we're talking realistic people, like, it's like, why is Martina not in AEW? Yeah, that should be happening. Like, yeah, this is so. Yeah, I'd be into that. Fingers crossed. Joe Stodge got on now. The non-wrestling questions. The one we want to get to. What other celebrity would you love to box the head off? I'd love to slap the shit out of Ryan Tubridy for being such a soulless android. I've been interviewed by Ryan Tubridy before, and I don't disagree. Bit of a dickhead.
Just the fact that it's like what Irish celebrity, I'm like, that's just like Irish begrudgery, isn't it? Like we always knock down like people who do well. I don't know if there's
All
anyone
right, don't
I
be
really
feminist
hate.
icon here. Who do you want to box the head off?
Are they allowed to fight back?
Yeah, but you win in the end.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's who
Oh,
I'd go for
yes,
as
good
well.
shout, yes. But yeah, you got the shit kicked out of you. Baz Ashmawi is someone who I have an irrational dislike
Oh
for.
really? I quite like his stuff.
Is he?
Who's that?
No.
He hosts like
I missed
Baz
that.
Ashrami.
50 Ways to Kill Your
50 Ways to
Mammy.
Kill Your Mammy and stuff.
No idea.
He just doesn't strike me as like interesting. Maybe I am being begrudging now. He doesn't strike me as being interesting in all the projects that he's in. And it's just like, you're not charismatic, you're not interesting. I suppose you have the TV look, but yeah, I think it's that. I think it's just...
I think for me it's probably like the Irish makeup bloggers.
Oh!
Like some
Name
of them,
names.
Some of them I follow. No, I can't. 'Cause fucking
Why do you,
wouldn't go to my gym.
I haven't seen you wear makeup in the 10 years I've known you.
I don't wear makeup to work
Then why do you follow them?
because I like. Shut up! I do like makeup sometimes.
Do you
I like-
hate follow them?
No, like I like
That's
some of
probably
this.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
no, there's a couple I like that I follow, and there's a couple that I don't like, but
Who
you
do you
see
not
pop
like?
up. I'm not saying
I'm
that.
going to listen to this.
The makeup fairy.
Yes.
No, there's a few that I do like, but again, like I don't know if it's just it's the begrudgery thing, but like when you're seeing them like on their fancy holidays with their tans and stuff, and then they come out with like this like thick Dublin accents, and I'm like, who are you? Like, you know those kind of like, and they're talking about like just things that are not Irish, but you know they're in the middle of Dublin with their front camera on and just with a filter on, talking shite like.
Okay, I've got a story.
Like when they're like, oh, this tan is natural. No, it's not, love. You live in Balbriggan. There hasn't been sun there in 10 years. Like,
I've got a story on that note. I can now say this because I don't work there anymore. I used to work in Ann Summers, and we used to get a lot of them in. And, like, you get a lot of that where they're, like, really good looking. But there's this one, I won't name names because I couldn't remember it, and I wouldn't anyway because I'm about this later. And, like, she's beautiful when you look at her Instagram pics. But then, like, literally, like, all the girls came in, they're like, that's blah, 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 whoever it was, because they all followed her. And then she opened her mouth and it was like, love, like proper junkie voice. And then we were told by someone who would have access to this information, I'll tell you who it is afterwards, that her and her mother had a threesome with an Irish celebrity.
what?
Yeah. Who may have been named already in this show.
Oh, shit, really?
So it narrows it down quite a lot, but yeah. Don't guess. I can't,
Conor McGregor.
I can't confirm. I can't confirm. Well, I'm not going to say.
Wow.
But yeah, there you go. Scandalous. I can actually talk about Ann Summer stories now. I have so many of them. Like, Oslo Blows was set for a few months. Kento CCFC got on and asked, what's your favourite place you've been to in your life? Can be anywhere on the planet for any reason. Layover, work, holiday, whatever. Favourite place you've ever been?
Emirates Stadium. And then Florida.
Nice. Disneyland and all that. Did you do it all?
I done Disneyland and I wasn't blown away by it. It was I done Disneyland and Universal and the water park, and Universal was brilliant. But the best thing about it was there's two things I preferred to Disneyland. One of them was like this little kind of shitty shop that had a zombie experience in it.
Right.
So you go in and these zombies just run at you and you have to shoot them.
Nice.
And we just found that randomly and it was great crack. And then NASA was the best thing I've ever been to. Yeah, NASA was the best experience I've ever been to in my entire life.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That's
the Emirates Stadium.
Mine are not as cool.
Yeah, I'm really
like my favorite city in the world is in Holland. It's called Eindhoven, and we stayed there by accident once because it's where the airport is in Holland. Eindhoven, I think you were there for one of them where we had to sneak you into the hotel room.
That was me, yeah.
And you had to take pictures of Phil in the nip. Do you remember that?
He's like,
this
that's
is how I
why
got the
was
Irish
off,
Junior title.
We only had enough. We only had one hotel room for some reason at the airport, and there was me, Phil, and Be Cool. And so what we had to do was me and Phil had to go in, check in, and get the key and go to the hotel room. There was a security guard on, making sure there's only two of us in the room. So then me, looking like a fucking madam of the night, had to go back down the stairs and like walk by with Be Cool, like past the same security guard, like legging it in. And it was like he knew what was going on. Like he's like either thinks that we're sneaking upstairs for a threesome, or like I'm a hooker.
What are they doing with that young boy? Because I was very young looking back then as well. I didn't have a beard or anything.
It's Holland. They're in the Manchester there.
That was Amsterdam, not Eindhoven.
Oh, in
It's your
Amsterdam,
story.
they didn't even blink.
Yeah. Amsterdam is my other favourite city.
Right.
They're both in Holland, Amsterdam and Eindhoven. It's just...
I love Holland.
Yeah,
I
Holland's
love
amazing.
Holland.
It's like, it's so laid back. And
Yeah.
like, I love that it's acceptable to get a beer at 3 o'clock and sit outside just watching the world go by. Like, that's deadly.
Nice.
And great food as well. Great sandwiches.
I found €20 when we were there.
Do you remember we played that game of chess and it lasted for an hour?
Yeah,
And I'm not sure.
I won.
No, you didn't.
I 100%
I don't
won.
think you did.
I definitely won.
You know how we ended up playing chess in Amsterdam?
Oh.
We couldn't find the red light district. We tried to find our way and Phil wouldn't let us look for a map.
What happened was we were getting soaked. We had just finished this show. We were getting absolutely soaked. My gear bag was soaked through. And we stopped in at this one pub, I don't know if you remember it, and we were getting like really bad vibes. We were not welcome.
Oh,
Do you remember that? It was very,
yeah.
it was like a local pub we had wandered into, and we ordered a drink, and then we were like, let's get out of here, see can we find the red light district for a few bars. And then we found this lovely little pub that had all these board games that Katie couldn't win in any of them. And we just stayed there for the night. I think we stayed in a hostel then afterwards.
We did stay in a hostel, yeah.
That was really good. That was a really good
That
trip.
was a good trip, yeah.
Sounds awesome.
I think that was me. I wrestled my good friend. Who was he wrestling on WWE? WrestleMania.
Alistair Black?
Alistair Black. Yeah.
Alistair Black, yeah.
Thomas.
I actually, you know who I wrestled? I wrestled my good friend, Nikki Cross.
In a match no one probably watched because it's a... no.
Yeah, for me, I've talked about this before. Tokyo for me. Declan Byrne 31 got on and asked, if you could only play one game on a console for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, it would be Alex the Kid for the Sega Master System. One game on any console. Yeah, you were at the games. You never actually talked about video games on this.
I'm not that into video games.
I know it.
What?
World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I used to play World of Warcraft and I got really into it, and
Nice.
then me and my ex broke up and he kicked me out of the guild. And,
Oh, that is cold.
and I just stopped playing because I had no friends on the game anymore.
He got it in the divorce. Like.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
that
much,
is
yeah. So like I
fucking
got
cold.
kicked out of the guild and I stopped playing. I'd like to start again. Otherwise, Toe Jam and Earl for the Sega, which I've just re-released, and I'm about to get it again. It's have you heard of it?
No.
It's a really shit game.
Right.
It's basically these two characters, Toe Jam and Earl, and they walk around looking for food. And that's it. Like,
Does that make you hungry and want
Yeah.
food yourself?
have a few snacks and play the game.
All right, interesting.
Yeah, Warcraft is for me.
Beef, if you're going to play one game for the rest of your life.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
It's between Skyrim, Oblivion, which is like this before Skyrim, and Red Dead Redemption
Oh.
2, I'd say. They were maybe Football Manager. as well.
Yeah.
You do love Football Manager.
I'm big on football. That's the game I'm playing now, is Football Manager. But maybe Skyrim. I don't know.
Right.
I grew my virginity back playing that. That's how much I played that.
Alright, mates. I'll go FIFA, the most recent one. Last of Us is my favourite game ever, but the problem is if you're going to play for the rest of your life, you don't want to play a story game, because then you're going to get bored of the story eventually. So FIFA you can keep playing. Like this one I've actually played, and I was a fucking gamer as a kid, and I'm not a gamer now, but this has made me a gamer.
This FIFA?
Yeah. Because
the newest one.
There's so many different options in it. Like you have the journey, you have season mode, you have online, you have Ultimate Team. There's so many different things you can do.
This was the worst FIFA.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I buy FIFA every year, and this is the first one that I stopped playing after
Really?
a week or two. Yeah,
I love it.
Could not. I just thought it was. I used to play FIFA for the career mode. And I hated the when you were signing a player and it showed you all the animation and all.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Oh.
It's too slow and repetitive.
Right,
So, like,
because the negotiations are very samey. Because it's just like you know how to sign the player. Like you either have the money or you don't. Like so I do get that. Yeah.
Like, fuck off. Not you.
That's actually not directed at me for once.
There's a fly. That's happened so much on this.
Yeah.
Where it sounds like people are telling Gay to fuck off. Alright, that's it. I loved it personally. I've played it non-stop over the past few months since I've got a Simpsons. WWE got on and asked, what's your favourite Will Ferrell movie? That's a fucking toughie.
This
That's
is
a
so
toughie.
hard. I think I'm going to have to go with... Your leg looks lovely, B. Step Brothers. Yeah, Step Brothers is still my favourite. I think it's just...
I actually watched that the other day. That's something I put on when I'm actually playing Football Manager. I'll throw something on in the background.
Yeah.
I ended up putting Steppers on. I just ended up watching it again.
Yeah.
I was watching it with my niece, and she's only 1. And you know the bit where they're singing "Sweet Child of Mine" in the car? She started dancing and going, "Ooh, ooh!" And I was like, "Everyone loves Step Brothers. This is brilliant."
Yeah, this is Anchorman is probably the best if you want to rank them, but Step Brothers is the one you can like go back to. Like I'll always reach. Like if I can reach for either, I'd reach for Step Brothers just every single time.
I'm going to cheat.
Go on.
I'm going to say it's not a movie. It's a TV series. It's Eastbound and Down.
Oh,
he's in that. He plays a lad who sells cars. He owns a car dealership, and the character is very Ric Flair. He has the long blonde hair flowing back, and he always goes whoop, whoop. But he's absolutely hilarious in that. If you haven't watched it, check that out. That's brilliant.
All right.
Here's a little hidden gem if you're a Will Ferrell fan. Look for Night at the Roxbury.
Yes, that's one of my faves.
That's so fucking
yes.
Good, and I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but me and my friend were obsessed with it back in the day. We just used to watch it on repeat. Like
women are like a fax machine. You put the paper in, and then you get the copier, and then they make the sound like boo, boo. I love that fucking movie. Yes, I'd forgotten about. I'm gonna watch that again soon. An amazing movie, great show. Alan Tarr got on and asked if you could give life advice right now to one person from Game of Thrones, who would it be and what would you say to them?
Oh God, so many of them need life advice.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a show if they didn't.
Yeah, it would probably be to John,
right?
And it would probably be like, stop being so dumb, because he's just dumb.
Right,
that's all he is.
Can you advise someone not to be dumb?
Like,
I mean, I advise Katie not to jump off the top rope.
Sometimes people just don't listen.
I don't know, like maybe to not trust Daenerys, maybe to, but see, it goes against his like Stark side to question their leader and be disloyal. But like, I would talk to Jon about Daenerys. I think
have sex with her. None of that would have happened if he had sex with her.
No, that's
suck it up, Buttercup.
So
she's gorgeous. Like you can live. If she's my aunt and it's like I need to have sex with this person to save the realm, I'd suck it up.
But like, I love that people have simplified that on the internet and be like, why did Daenerys burn all them people? Because Jon wouldn't give her the ride. I'm like,
it's a funny meme.
There's more than that. Like,
yeah,
but some people genuinely think it, and you're like, there's.
Oh.
Are you in the Game of Thrones shit post group on Facebook?
I don't think I am. No,
it's full of idiots, and they say things like that, and they get genuinely upset about it.
No, if I was advising someone, it'd be Jaime Lannister, and it's learn about what your attachment style is. And, like, I think that's something we could all learn from as well. Jamie, why are you so, like, you have a secure relationship with Brienne there. She's going to be loyal to you. She loves you for who you are. Why do you want to go back to the person who's literally fucking a pirate right now?
And is your sister. That's the bigger problem.
That it's all, well, like, you know, like, if she was nicer...
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but like in terms of the relationship, he's been there. It's happened. It's like established now. He's done the bad thing.
I just can't believe they made me want a brother and sister to be together. Like, I can't believe that's what Game of Thrones has done to my head.
Bro Wars got on and asked, when Katie Harvey returns from her injury, will she going full on with the pro-slavery gimmick?
It's not a... I was going to say it's not a gimmick, but that sounds terrible. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. I'm not pro-slavery, and let's just draw a line under that.
But if you were going to go with it, like...
No, I will not be taking up a pro-slavery gimmick.
Who would
on
your
my
slaves
return.
be, though? Like,
I'm not answering this because that's what'll get, like, sound bit for this. Is that thing? Sound bit?
You've worked with me for too long at this.
Bitted.
Dom Tuck. That'd be funny if Dom Tuck was like your slave and like...
I'm not involved in this part of the Q&A.
No, there is no pro-slavery.
Okay, fair enough. Irish Slam Dan got on and asked, would it be possible to put on a wrestling show on a beach here? People are really getting creative with this whole venue crisis. Think barbecues, beer, face painting, clothes.
Tide coming in too far, the ring out.
I was told about a show that filmed it in Japan that was on a beach, and Maxer was wrestling on it. And of course, Maxer brawled into the sea with your man and took a back body drop into the sea and then nearly drowned. apparently like stumbled out of the sea, like coughing up seawater and stuff. And yeah, typical Maxer, to be fair.
Would it be something that, like, if you could do it well, it'd be good crack, but it's one of those, it's not realistic. Like,
It'd
when
be
you
dreadful.
actually, yeah,
It would be the worst, most... just be shite. I
yeah,
wouldn't do that.
yeah. It'd be grand, like, if it was just, like, a bunch of lads going down for the crack, like, and they just did it, but not actually charging people.
I always wanted to do a show at Summerfest, you know, Bray's big festival. Because, like,
That'd be great, but like, even outside shows, they're so
Yeah.
dodgy to do. I think I've been on, say, 5, I think, outside shows, not even, and it rained twice. And we were meant to get good weather. Like, one of them was in the Gubon.
the Gubon,
Yeah.
and then we couldn't run
And
the ropes.
pissed.
Yeah.
It's too... You can't rely on it.
Yeah, no, this is, especially in fucking Ireland, like, it's just one of those things.
Did do a great one in the car park at Fibbers, though. MSW.
Oh, yeah.
In the car park at Fibbers, me and Bonesaw versus Kazaji and Pierre Marceau. That was a wild one.
Wow.
That was kind of the preemptor for OTT in a way.
Yeah, that was like
yeah.
over 18s. Yeah, it was good fun.
And it was when it was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people who want this. Like, yeah, that was an awesome show.
Most of them were just trapped in the beer garden.
That's what happened with the Gubon shows.
There was,
It was
well,
just-
at least they like
They've gone
enjoyed the
on,
show. Yeah.
Interesting. Eurovision's coming up this weekend. Are you a big Eurovision fan?
No.
No. Really? Okay,
No.
interesting. And like, does the whole like boycott it play into that or anything like that?
I wasn't going to watch it anyway, but now I would make a point of not watching it.
Now you've got a hashtag to put on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it. I probably will watch it if I'm around, just because like I was talking to I won't say who, but because it was a private conversation. But I was talking to someone from the Irish wrestling scene, and they made a very good point about stuff like this. I don't like social activism because the problem with it is people feel like they're doing something, but just writing a tweet with a hashtag isn't actually helping, and it's not helping Palestine, but it's making you feel like you do something and distracting you from actually doing something. So I probably will watch it because I do quite like the Eurovision. I'm like Keane. Keane loves the Eurovision because he likes entertainingly shit things. So I probably still will watch it if I'm around on Saturday, if I'm being perfectly honest. Trey_C got on and asked, favourite Eurovision song that didn't win? Well, if you're not a big Eurovision
See, I don't know what won or not. Like,
what would be your favourite in general?
My Lovely Horse.
That works. Didn't win. So.
I did watch it in the past, but like Eurovision's one of them things that the songs don't really live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's very few. There's like Walking on Sunshine.
That one.
Lordy had a song in Eurovision, didn't
That
Yeah,
was
but what's
great.
the song?
Hard Rock Hallelujah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm a big Eurovision nerd.
Really?
I'm a total,
Oh, hang on, wait. I have the fucking answer. Oh, I actually forgot it was a Eurovision song because I love the artist in their own right.
Okay.
No, the fucking biggest song in Kilmac, the village I'm from. Mickey Joe Hart, We've Got the World Tonight.
You know, I watched Your Star, the one he won.
Oh, it's fucking amazing, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was very good.
I even got to go backstage at the final and meet them. Yeah, my mate's dad worked with the producer and we got to go backstage and meet them.
Katie Harvey's old Mickey Joe Hart groupie life. Who knew?
I was a Michael Leonard girl. But,
There's a t-shirt, isn't there?
I actually have. It's one of the very first CDs I ever bought was the Best of Your Star.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's an amazing stat. I'm definitely putting that in an Irish wrestling table quiz night. For me, Gina G, just a little bit, is just the right answer.
Did that not win?
It didn't win somehow.
Oh.
And it has outlasted them all. So I think we know who the real winner is, Gina G. Last but not least, Chris Jack 85 got on and asked, the Irish Eurovision Association comes to you and asks you to write a wrestling theme song centered around one mega wrestling moment and have members of the Irish wrestling scene sing it. What is the song called? What's the genre? Who's in the band? And what's the moment?
Okay, I'm pulling this out of my arse. Let's go for an opera-themed song.
Right.
Very dramatic. And let's have it centered around the moment of Scrappermania where Joe Cabray, Paul Tracy, and More Than Hype stopped Walter. And just make it very epic.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
what I want. I want like dramatic drummers and like fireworks and lights and explosions.
I've thought about this. I thought about this like for a whole like half hour of work earlier on, and I've got it. I've got like the Irish Eurovision song that would not only enter the Eurovision but would win the Eurovision. I've thought about this too. The wrestlers I'm picking, because Irish songs that tend to do well in the Eurovision. You think of the epics, they're either like duets or solo songs that tend to be ballads. Johnny Logan, Hold Me Now, The Rock and Roll Kids, absolutely epic song. That's one of my favourite Eurovision songs. So I'm going to go for a duet, okay? Slightly out of left field, but bear with me, I'm going somewhere with this. Owen Richards and his former tag team partner, John Bernard, okay? Retro Galactic, right? Space, okay? Right? Russia are mad, like that'll get the Eastern Bloc vote, which you have to take into account, because Russia, mad for a space race, they love all that shit, they're like, right, we're in. Galactic, yeah, we're all in, okay? The two of them, I don't need to talk about the moment. You're going to get what the moment is as soon as you hear it. The song name is You, with just a U, like just the letter U. You Gave Me Courage. And I think we all know where the song is going. It's like and it's like, you know, delightfully shit, but it's like, you gave me courage when I needed to be strong. They have like they're sitting on stools at the start, like it's a ballad, and then they get up and there's a key change, and then you have to add this in for the Eurovision. I'm just like pulling this out of my ass. You need like a kind of house breakdown and stuff like that. So in the middle of the song, there's like a screen comes down and there's a DJ in the background. You have like an Irish DJ, I don't know, someone like John O'Callaghan of Find Yourself fame, comes out in the background. They fucking go mental, and then at the very end it goes back slow, and Owen and John Bernard look lovingly into each other's eyes, and everyone's like, are they gonna kiss, are they gonna kiss? Boom, LGBT vote, nailed. We've won the Eurovision. Easy. Retro Galactic, easy. That's the winner.
I'm gonna go for an a cappella. And it's going to be lads who can... Carl can sing.
CT Flexer.
CT Flexer, he's a great singer.
Oh, yeah. He's,
Jay Money's a great singer.
Oh.
Jamie Coleman, a.k.a. Humperdinck.
Fucking great singer, actually.
Is one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life.
His version of Lady in Red will make you cry.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then me. And the song would be
based around a big event.
Oh, what the fuck would the song be?
Can even be like a wrestling thing, like the Montreal Screwjob or some shit. Like,
about that then.
I'm trying to think of something epic in Irish wrestling, like dramatic.
CCW, the press conference,
the Ballad of Lee Callahan.
One watch. DCW when they hit the ring post. That was fairly fucking epic.
Yeah. just at the tail end.
Were you around for DCW?
Yes, I was.
Were you in it?
No, thank fuck.
God, no. There's
even at 14 years of age, I knew who to work for and who not to.
Wisdom beyond your ears. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us, Pico. We didn't expect that.
Had to charge.
What's it like now? Update us on it. What are we
5%.
5%? That's sorry, I gave you a really shit charger.
I've done the job.
Look, anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks, Katie Harvey. We'll be back next week. Also, by the way, guys, just to announce, from June on, Arsehole Blows is going weekly again. So we need questions, to send them in. So we'll be back very shortly. We'll be back next week with more Game of Low Blows, the last episode of Game of Low Blows. But until then, for Be Cool, for Katie Harvey, I've been Rick Nash, and that's the bottom line, because Lobo said so.